Good day, everybody. It is Rod with Pow Group, and today is Wednesday, September 2nd, and we have a Red Wednesday on our hands. So, Wednesday. So, before we jump into today's content, please make sure to like the video. If you enjoyed this type of content, consider subscribing and tick the little bell. You'll be notified on any future update. In today's video, we're going to discuss Tesla's daily consolidation and the 11% pullback that we saw to start the day. And first and foremost, I wanted to highlight this morning, I posted in the group chat in the community saying that QQQ was testing the top of the daily rising wedge. This means we should see a pullback at some point. Careful traders. You can see here we tested the top of this rising wedge on the tech sector, and taking a look into the chart, you can see here we pulled back quite a bit from the high of the day, and the new all-time high at, we pulled back about 2% there very quickly, but we hit a high of 303.33, which is our new all-time high. Taking a look at the monthly, we are well outside of the Bollinger Bands on the monthly. The RSI was at over 80, it was at about 83, and it gets to a point where everybody's looking in one direction, and we are expecting daily consolidation, and we haven't fully confirmed the daily consolidation on QQQ yet. We still are holding the pattern of a higher low every single day. So unless we break the low of yesterday, which is 295.79, bulls are still in full control, and we have yet to see daily consolidation underway. But with Tesla dragging it down, it's obvious that it could potentially be coming sooner than later. We see that Tesla's already started daily consolidation, currently finding some support off EMA 12, and we are still just looking for a daily higher low. So our last daily higher low is 385.50. So anything over that will give us that. So bulls still in a daily uptrend. If we lose that's going to be the line in the sand for me, 385.50. If we lose that, we lose the daily uptrend. We'll still have to confirm a lower high and lower low to confirm a downtrend, but that will be the most important level going forward. And taking a look at Tesla on the monthly, we were well outside of the Bollinger Band. So I personally took a short today on a FANG inverse ETF, which I'll dive into in just a second. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla pull back here. Once we see fear starting to ramp up, that's when investors start to panic. And the monthly RSI was absolutely insane. We were at 91 there on the monthly RSI. So the clear trade for me this morning, when I woke up, the dollar was super strong. Crypto had pulled back from 12,000 to 1,100, and gold was down. So I knew that since SPY was gapping up and QQQ was sitting an all-time high, and I saw Tesla starting to roll over, that gave me all green light go for a short position on the tech sector. So taking a look at FNGD, which is the 3X inverse leverage ETN for the FANG microsector. And this morning I entered at 775, which was right around here. And currently we were up to 870. So almost $1 profit right there to begin the day. Zooming in on the 5-minute, you can see here we opened the day, we changed the 5-minute trend, and we're still just looking for a 5-minute higher low. Bulls in full control and sitting very comfortably in that short position. If you guys are wondering what you can do to take advantage, like there's multiple ways you can play this. You can sell, you can take profits, you can sit in cash, you can short the tech sector, which is QQQ. You can use SQQQ to short the tech sector, which is a broader collection of tech stocks, or you can do, like I said, the inverse FANG ETF. There's multiple different ways you can do it. You can just sit in cash, wait to buy the dip. But personally, I don't think this is the major correction that we're going to see yet. SPY is still holding up very well. Taking a look at the daily, we are forming a doji on the daily. We are outside of the monthly Bollinger Bands on SPY as well. So it's time to get careful. There's not very many times where we start a month outside of the monthly Bollinger Bands. Actually, there's never been a time in history where that has ended up playing out well. And given how extended everything is at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we tested the 320 level eventually. Again, I don't think this is going to happen today. They're not going to make it that easy for shorts to load up and just see a straight waterfall down. What I suspect will happen is we'll see a little bit of some consolidation, and then possibly maybe overnight or to begin the day, we see a little bit of a flush into tomorrow or the next day. I'm not going to call a specific time, but I don't think they're just going to flush this down to, to a daily consolidation, unless there's market moving news or something like that. If Trump comes out and tweets something, whether or not it's China related and China tensions ramp up, who knows? But the biggest thing right now for me is going to be the tech sector under regulation. So any kind of regulations that we might see for tech, that's going to be a market catalyst for me, a bearish catalyst in the short term. But again, what I would look to see for SPY is potentially we lose the low of yesterday. We test the EMAs here around 345. Our last daily higher low is at 335. So bulls have tons of space to form that higher low. So not in any, if you're in a SPY or a bullish position right now, you have nothing really to worry about. There's no major red flags. SPY's holding up very well. We saw rotation. XLV was testing the low of the rising wedge support line yesterday. We saw rotation into XLV and XLF today. So that's what's keeping strong SPY. But you can see here, bulls got over 5% to form a daily higher low. Anything above 335 will give them that. So bulls still in full control at the moment. And what I would potentially look to see is when we do start daily consolidation is a test of these EMAs. So somewhere around the 340, 345 level, and then potentially a lower high and lower low for a daily trend change. On the macro level, what I would be looking for is a potential, again, I don't expect this to just flush, and completely bottom out from these levels. What I would like to see is a potential back test of these EMAs to the 320, 310 level, and then potentially set a lower high and then a lower low. So what I'll look to do is I've been accumulating a short position in SPY, QQQ, and the FANG inverse ETF. So I'll be looking to accumulate that short. I shorted again this morning, SPY at 355 and QQQ at 302. And so far that's paying off well. And what I would do is I would like to potentially see a test of these EMAs, cover my short position, go long on a couple of individual tech stocks that are quite beaten up, maybe Tesla. Maybe we look for an hourly oversold conditions or daily oversold conditions on Tesla, depending on the size of the pullback. Flip long and then re-short and go heavy short here on SPY and QQQ once we form a monthly higher low, or sorry, a monthly lower high and lower low, and would love to see a potential trend change there at the longer term monthly level to feel confident holding that long term. And Apple, we saw some pullback in Apple today as well. So lead tech bull, Apple under daily consolidation as well. So shouldn't be surprising here. I did a video yesterday. You can check that out on Tesla and Apple, and how you need to be aware that when stocks split and stocks are running at all-time highs and blue sky breakouts were oversold on every time frame, that's generally when you're going to see dilution news. And it wasn't really a huge impact to Tesla, fundamentally speaking, but fear, as we know, is a very strong emotion. And those people that thought it was a good idea to buy after the split are definitely getting a rude awakening today. And you really know you got to know what you're going to get yourself into. And with the dollar strength, I wouldn't be surprised to see SPY start daily consolidation very soon. And you can see here that the dollar, zooming into the daily, we're just looking for a daily lower high. So anything under 93.47 will be a daily lower high. So given the size of the pullback, it'll probably be just a daily lower high scouting what we're scouting. And we also have EMA 26 here as well, which could potentially act as resistance. So I'm definitely looking for a lower high on this bounce. Bulls definitely have a decent wiggle room here to potentially form a daily higher low and higher high. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But dollar definitely looking like it wants to bounce. You can see here on the hourly, we're in an hourly uptrend. We have lots of hourly higher lows, and bulls are in full control of the dollar on the short term. So again, just make sure you have a game plan. Do not get complacent. Now is not the time to putting your bull blinders on. And I personally don't think that this is the dip you want to buy yet. I think that SPY and other names will eventually start to follow suit and start daily consolidation. Like I said, maybe you want to look at a back test of the daily exponential moving averages. Maybe you want to wait for SPY oversold conditions. There's so many different ways you can play it, but taking a look at the SPY on the hourly, we're still overbought. So maybe you want to wait until we test the hourly EMAs for a bounce. Maybe you wait for hourly oversold. Generally, hourly and 5-minute oversold conditions after a huge run up are nice back burner trades. You can make a significant profit and just quick flip, right? That's all I'm looking to do right now is quick flip, accumulate a long-term short position, and just take advantage of this euphoria, because as we know, the bigger the bubble gets, the bigger the burst. So make sure you stay safe out there. Like the video if you enjoy this content. Consider subscribing. I do videos every single day. Consider subscribing to our community. We have a 7-day free trial, and we do private streams for members. We do private technical analysis. So if you have a ticker or anything like that throughout the day that you want analyzed or some assistance with, we're not financial advisors. We would just give you some input on what we would do if we were in your situation. You know, it's not a buy or a sell recommendation. That's completely up to you. The onus is on you on that front. But again, consider subscribing. Check out our 7-day free trial, and we will see you on tomorrow's update. Take care, everybody, and good luck.